So what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be playing a little bit more Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Operation Motherland is right around the corner. There's only a few hours left until that comes out, and I gotta say, man, I am pretty damn excited. I don't think I've ever been this hyped about the DLC before, and I think this applies to pretty much everyone, really. Now, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, Operation Motherland is a free DLC releasing tomorrow for Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and it is far bigger than we originally expected. From game-changing game modes to bug fixes and an unhealthy amount of cosmetics, this is the biggest DLC to hit Breakpoint since launch. So today I wanted to talk about some of the things that we can expect from this DLC and really touch on why with this entry, Ghost Recon Breakpoint is going to get a new face on the cover. Whether this is too late or not, to be honest, I don't really care much. Personally, I'm here, I'm playing it, and I'm probably going to enjoy it, but I feel like a lot of people agree that it might be too late, and while that is probably true in the sense that the majority of the fan base downright quitted the game after launch, but you can't blame Ubisoft Paris for not trying to fix it. In fact, that has been the entirety of the post-launch content for Breakpoint. It has revolved around fixing the game with every single update. Now, this one is not gonna be a small one. In fact, it's going to be a 50 GB one, but they did say it's going to come in a repackaged format, whatever that means, which should improve performance for all players. Which I really feel like it's important. The new gen runs this game absolutely fine, it's great, it's smooth, I like it, and in fact the gameplay you are watching is from my PlayStation 5. But it definitely lacks optimization for the PC, since it's a really hard game to run and for some reason it never feels as smooth even when I have double the frame rate. Now, the brand new game mode for this update is the Conquest Mode. I've had a lot of people asking questions about this on my comment section, so hopefully I can be cleared this time around. But essentially the island is going to be divided by different sectors or regions, whatever you want to call it, and you pretty much will have to conquer every region until you get to the final one, where you completely clear the island. In order to enable Conquest Mode, you pretty much just go to the objective board on the attack map right after the onboarding portion of the story mode, and you just enable it from there. So you don't need to complete the original campaign to unlock this, as this will work as an alternative story to the original experience. So it's going to be a mix of Far Cry and Wildlands mixed up together. There's going to be lieutenants and different sabotage missions and clearing missions, and once you completely clear one of those regions, the enemy presence is going to dissipate and will be replaced by outcasts instead, which are the rebel forces that work alongside yourself. So I'm guessing once all of this is done and dusted, there won't be any enemies on the island, and if that's true, I guess I just enabled the Conquest Mode on the attack mech back. But this is not gonna be a short DLC by any matters. It's going to be more than 60 missions, 11 sectors, and you can complete these missions in any order you see fit, which is going to have an influence on the island. It's going to be much more dynamic, and everyone's experience is going to be a little bit different. I also had some questions regarding the optical camo, which is going to be introduced with Conquer Mode. Now, this one is going to be unlocked by playing the Conquer Mode missions, though I don't know the exact ones yet, so we just have to wait and see, I guess. But once you do get it, it's going to be a permanent item on your item wheel. It is not going to be a class-locked gadget, everyone will be able to use it. You can also upgrade stuff like battery duration, depletion and reloading rate, and efficiency against detection systems, and you can do so by uncovering camo chests spread around the island, which I'm guessing they will be in either specific mission areas, or you can just find them like the Pathfinder drops using the Pathfinder mission. They also bumped up the maximum XP level from 30 to 99, and introduced a weapon mastery system, which is going to work as a way to spend your unused skill points. One thing they did that I also really enjoyed is the weather and ambience enhancements. So we are pretty much getting 5 new exclusive ambiences and weather micro changes with the Conquer Mode. So anything from clearer and denser clouds, frequent rain in the marshes, modified distance and density of fog, and improved impact of the sun on the environment. They also revamped some environmental effects like insects, fumes, floating grasses, and flying birds. Now, they also gave us a bunch of quality of life improvements, stuff like base jumping. The fall damage now applies normally if you jump and touch the ground without deploying the parachute, instead of instantly killing you, even if it's like a 2 feet drop. And distance and height conditions to trigger the base jump have also been lowered to allow more base jump opportunities. This is a good one, but the sliding was tweaked to trigger less often. You know, in moderate slope, sliding is only triggered if the player sprints. It takes slightly longer for sliding to trigger when conditions are met, which I know was pretty damn annoying. Now, one thing that Breakpoint did really good was the Cqb animations. They are great, they are awesome, everyone loves them. There are over 50 different ones, but you only get to see the same 2 or 3. Now, the reason for this is because they are heavily dependent on factors like slope or elevation, and more often than not, you won't meet those requirements in order to trigger them. They said they fixed it, so we should get them more often, which I gotta say, man, very excited. And not only that, but something else I'm also very excited is that we are finally getting ER Illuminators. These ones will only be seen using nods, so extra point on that, and they will be activated while aiming. So I'm guessing we are finally going to give some use to the pressure switches in our weapons. And this is kind of funny, but they made sure to include a sentence saying that the ER Illuminator does not impact NPC detection, but neither does the normal lasers, which was a missed opportunity. Now, I don't know if we're finally going to be able to see our teammate lasers. That will be pretty poggers, and it's definitely something that we asked for, so I'll keep an eye out for that and I'll let you guys know. They also revamped a ton of weapon sounds to make them more beefy and not as dull as they are, which is a big plus. And you know, I'm looking at the cosmetics tab here and there is a butt ton of them. Around 23 ones and definitely a bit more on the paid shop, but hey, not complaining, it is Ubisoft, so it is to be expected. Now, I'm not going to bore you guys to death with the bug fixes. I prefer to leave the link down below so you can check it out, but holy crap, they fixed a ton of stuff. From world fixes like mixing textures to the weapons and vehicle and gameplay bugs, the list is pretty damn long, so kudos on that. There is also a ton of new rewards from completing the Conquest Mode missions, you know, from new vehicles and vehicle skins to figures, cosmetics and new weapons, new level progressions rewards as well. There's even a bipod and a foregrip combo on here, which I find pretty cool, though I'm pretty sure we still don't have working bipods. I might be wrong, don't quote me, you never know, but nothing was said about that. Now, some of the images that they disclosed even showed plate carriers that, watch this, carry more stuff than only mag pouches. So radios and radio PTTs, compasses, lights, tourniquets, plastic handcuffs, you know, pretty much a lot of that stuff that we have been asking for a while. They even announced some Twitch drops in which you get to receive a code to redeem some special cosmetic or weapon, but to do so you have to watch one of the eligible stream channels, which to be honest there were over 40 channels there and I only know one. It really makes you wonder what it takes to be eligible for such an event, because I was checking out some of these Twitch channels and there were no past Ghost Recon streams to be seen, at least in a vast majority of them. But anyway guys, this is it for today. I'm very hyped about this, so kudos on Ubisoft for really fixing so many things and adding in new ones as well. Really was not expecting it, and I hope that Breakpoint serves as a good example that for their next game they take the route that I've been taking with this new update, which is a more tactical experience which you can all appreciate and enjoy. But this is it for today. I will greatly appreciate that you guys could hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm really trying to get those 30k subs before 2022, which can only be possible with your support. I'm going to be posting the part 1 of my Conquest Mode walkthrough tomorrow, but until then have a good one and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next one. CUSTER Plays signing out.